John Fowler is the referee in charge of the second semi-final of the day. This game decided the best of 11 sets.
Well, 40 set out last Saturday, 3 are left this Saturday. We know Wayne Warren's there in the final tomorrow night. The wily Welshman, and is this wily Welshman going to be the one joining him for the first ever all-Welsh final? Jim Williams, the 35-year-old from Prestine. Or will it be this man, 11 years his senior, from the Belgian border with France at Ypres? A man on a mission, reached the semi-final of the World Masters a few weeks ago, Mario Vandenbogaerde. Of course, Jim Williams, as Paul Nicholson mentioned, is a recent winner of the World Dance Trophy.
First set,
so they have recent form, these two.
Game on!
What do you reckon, Tony?
Well, we expect it to be close, but for me it all depends on Jim Williams here. Not shown us the form he's had
55
of winning these events in the last few months. Did have a chat with him after his last game, and he said there's something he does need to work on and he wants to work on and probably has worked on. It's that first dart.
47.
He felt he just wasn't getting enough first treble 20s. Normally he hits that one, he follows him in, just wasn't doing it enough. So it's something he said he was going to work on. And we'll have a look and see what happens. Mario's been working on it,
hasn't he? Just well, we're going to see a few of those during the course of this match, I rather think. And to get one in the opening leg just sets the pattern nicely. Well, what about an opening two?
140.
Very nearly. Good retort though.
A different kind of pressure for Jim this year. Bookie's favourite always adds that little bit of pressure.
Well, I want to congratulate Wayne Warren and commiserate with Scott
85.
Mitchell. Excellent game this afternoon, but as was mentioned, there's going to be a first name on the trophy, a new name on the trophy, I should say.
'28.
Early times yet to start drawing conclusions. Just wait a leg or two, but I just have the feeling that Jim Williams might be throwing a little bit slow, being slightly more deliberate.
135.
And can understand him wanting to be absolutely sure. Beautiful visit that from Vandenbogaerde. He's well on the way, looking likely to make it 1-0 in this opening set.
46 required, there's the 6. 2 for tops. And 1 for 20.
Game shot in the first leg. Mario
nice 15 dart leg to start the match for Mario.
Second leg, Jim to throw first.
Yes, if he threw a 15 dart leg every time he threw first, he'd fancy his chances, I reckon, Tony. Well, Jim
83.
Williams can hit 12 darters. He's hit a few during the tournament, but not every leg. Mind you, take some doing.
28.
But when you think about it, a 15 darter is 100.2, isn't it? And you get quite a few averages now over 100, don't you, in professional darts?
100.
Yeah, it's nice to see them big scores, them tons, 140s, 180s. Just them little bits around the edge of the board that count more than anything. There's a few of them, it ruins them 100 plus averages. It can make you look quite silly at times, them doubles.
100.
Such a nice fella, you know, Vandenbogaerde. He's really jolly fella, and he does enjoy the fact that he's done so well I think sometimes he has to pinch
30.
himself. Well, he might have to pinch himself a little bit more if he manages to win this one.
And the first Belgian player to reach a semi-final in the world.
140.
Goes on like that, he'll be the first Belgium in the final. Really good start from Mario.
Now Jim Williams is level on the maximums. One apiece. Not even finished the second leg. That'll leave him 108.
Jim requires 108.
Stay down there for treble 19. It would have left him 32. After 70 now. Looks like he's won treble 18.
56.
Close.
Mario requires 136.
This will be the slowest game for
46.
Jim Williams. Certainly,
Jim requires 52.
he had a 3-2 win over Gary Stone of Scotland in his opening game, and he's level in this one.
Jim Williams.
One leg all, 180 in each leg by each leg winner. And as the lad said on the balcony, he was made to work for that one. He was 2-0 down in the deciding set, and in the end won it 6-4. But the Belgians also had to do a bit of work along the way, notably against David Evans in the quarter-final. Well, he beat him 5-3, but Evans came back at him very strongly indeed, and he had to withstand that. Attempted to come back by the lad who plays for Lancashire.
$100. $77.
Okay, Jim.
Unlucky Jim. Yeah, that's right, Unlucky Jim. That'd be a name for a film, wouldn't it? The book.
$84.
Yes, and following that defeat of Gary Stone by a very narrow margin, he had an easy victory over Ryan Hogarth, 4-0. With a 94.36 average. That is Jim Williams' best performance, and that really is the kind of form that wins trophies, perhaps. As I say, he won the World Darts Trophy not a million years ago, and
60.
he struggled to maintain that kind of form. He did it in that game. He was not pushed really by Ryan. And he easily beat Paul Hogan, who of course didn't turn up that night, admitted that he didn't turn up, and Jim had it all his own way. Well, 80, 199 left. Just wondering where next to go.
130.
That was productive.
Mario requires
Go the 18
122.
route now, won't he, Tony? Might not have done before.
Yeah, it was a friend to him in the last match, but
Well, he's gone the bull route. That's 97 left, treble 19. Now, if he gets tops here, that will be remarkable.
102.
Felt certain the 18th
Jim
route obviously
requires
has a mind of his own.
149.
So Leighton Bennett clocked this out earlier tonight. Although he lost his
42.
game, he put in some good darts.
Mario requires 20.
So double 10 for a 2-1 lead in this first set.
Game
Double
shot
10
on the
got.
third leg. Mario Vandenbogaerde. Fourth leg, Jim to throw first. Game on.
2-1 lead to Mario. Jim just not got that first start going yet.
Yes, the occasion that he did, of course, he got a 180. Followed it with the other two. Vandenbogaerde
95.
beaten Sebastian Slayer, from Poland 3-0. Then he beat Denny Olderkelter from the Netherlands 4-1. And then in that
100
quarter-final took care of David Evans 5-3. Never straying far below and above the 90 mark on the average. His tournament average is just about 90. Williams is just about 89.
134.
So evenly matched on that score over quite a large sample.
Yeah, they're steady averages, but you get to the semi-finals of the Worlds, you need to be playing better than that, to be honest. 89, 90 is not going to win you the world title.
And that coming from a man who's played in 3 World Championship finals. More semis, I should think, Tony. There's 1 or 2 where he didn't quite get through to the final.
Jim requires 170.
Doesn't have to take it out, obviously, because the Belgian is not on a finish.
92.
Only 2 difference, but what a difference it makes. He's not really quite found his range, has he?
78.
Despite getting that 180 in the opening leg. I think it was only his second visit. Topsy wants to level up the first set.
58.
And I reckon now
Mario requires 112.
might well take this out. It's for the set. Just above that, and he wants double 16. No, still not got the range.
52.
Need to square the set up at 2-2.
Jim requires 20.
He's 20. That's something to get his game going, something to ignite him.
Game shot in the 4th leg. Jim Williams. 5th leg, Mario
finish for
to
Jim.
throw first. Game on.
Mario to throw first in the last leg of the set.
Yes, every leg so far gone with throw. There hasn't been
57.
yet an attempt by anyone to break the throw. Of course, that's what they're trying to do all the time, but they haven't actually succeeded in getting first to the double, so they've been sort of, if not comfortably won,
100.
reasonably comfortably won by the man throwing first.
Nice adjustment from Mario there.
140.
Follows up with the second one in that treble bed.
Never in a hurry, always our Super Mario. Does it in his own time. Jim Williams is not quite as slow as
140.
but he gets the same reward. Now he's just beginning to find that range a little more consistently. And there's the snatch dart
140
in the middle, but 3 140s on the trot. 2 from Mario, 1 from Jim. We're going to get another one now. Oh, could be more. Could be more.
100.
Oh no, I thought that second one was
Mario
in.
requires 164.
Just a ton. 164, 161, even leg.
I
said Jim needs something
requires 161.
to ignite his game. This would be the perfect time to do that. Nice 161 finish. He'd win him the leg and it'd win him the first set.
Well, if he gets the treble 17, And it's always if with the quiff, isn't it?
Mario requires 104.
So 104, but Williams has left himself nicely on double 12 if he comes back. So 84, he's got to get that treble 20 for double 12 himself. Oh, it's unlucky. And the chance for the first time in this match, obviously for the first time in
61.
this set, of a break of throw.
Jim
and it
requires
comes
24.
a most pivotal moment. Gotta go across the board now, quarter past the hour, double 6.
Game shot on the first set.
Like it.
Jim Williams.
Well, a first set to Jim Williams. One was on 164 and only hit 60. The other was on 161 and got it right down to 24, Tony. That single shot there made the difference in that leg.
Yeah, great setup shot. Well, he made a bit of a meal of it, but got there in the end, that's the main thing. And it's a break of throw.
100.
Finds himself one set ahead. A sample of the averages there, both around the 90.
Yes, which is their tournament average basically. Williams won round about it, 89. And I say when you have a large enough sample of the whole week, it's hardly surprising that that's the sort of level they're going to find. Oh yes,
180.
Bit of Welsh wizardry there. 2 maximums now for Williams, who hasn't been prolific this week in hitting them. He had 7 against Gary Stone, only 2 against Ryan Hogarth, and only 1 in beating Paul Hogan. But he's already got
58.
2 in this match, and that'll please him, of course. Mario had 7 180s in his defeat of David Evans, 4 in his defeat of Denny Older-Kelter,
140
against Seb Slayer. Been pretty prolific.
Great leg so far from Jim, 81 after 9 darts. Backed up that nice 180 with a 140.
98.
Yeah, that will have encouraged him, giving him a lift.
Jim requires 81.
Winning that last leg and thereby winning the set. So 62 left, but he can go the treble 10 route. Now 20 for double 16.
49.
Neat and tidy, 12 darts thrown, 32 wanted. That's what you want.
Mario well back. Not really putting pressure on
60.
either. Jim for a 1-0 lead
Jim
in the second set.
32.
What's that, 32?
Game shot on the first leg. Jim Williams.
Yes,
Second
finding
leg,
the
Mario
spot,
to throw
almost the
first.
spot that had
Game
already
on.
been hit previously in this game. Settled down nicely now, the Welsh lad. From Prestine on the borders there.
55.
Across the River London, you're in Herefordshire. He's in Radnorshire, Powys.
A couple of signs from Jim that he's warming to the task.
100.
It's hard to knock Mario off his stride. Definitely 2 great cover shots there.
$140.
Up the ante, Tony. You suggested that's what he needed. Ignite. A bit of ignition came with the winning of that first set. If he maintains it, got a good chance of making the final. As for Mario, he's always lingering.
83.
He's always there or thereabouts. You never shake him off as easily as that.
As I said, the last couple of legs seem to be zoning in on that 20. Not high in the bed like they were early on. Perfect example there, right on the wire.
60.
3 nice darts there, only scored 60, but they look good.
And he's making the most of this treble 19. Well, not 60 scored, so does he go back upstairs or no? Makes sense.
117.
229 becomes 112. He's had one go at that, failed.
$105. Mario requires 112.
To hold his throw. Fractionally under. Last time I remember saying fractionally over, and he didn't make it. He hasn't this time.
52.
So 60 left, and Williams 96.
Jim
Tony
requires
to go
96.
2 up.
Yeah, nice outer ball to leave this 96. Psychological, bringing it over under that 300 mark. They'll still go for that treble 20.
56.
Good effort, leaving 40, but
Mario requires
may not
60.
come back to get the shot at it. 60 for Mario. He's got the 20. Technically the easier bit.
Well, I reckon Williams, Jackie,
Jim
can't
requires
believe he's
40.
missed that. Frustrating the Belgian. And Williams now wanting 40 to go
Game
2
shot
up,
of
and
the
he
second
gets
leg.
in.
Jim Williams.
Well, you might think this is recorded, folks. It's not, it's live.
Third leg,
The score
Jim to
got it
throw
right
first.
before Jim had thrown the
Game
dart.
on.
There we are, it's 2 sets to 0. 2 legs to 0 in the second set. Now throwing to make it 2 sets to 0.
96.
As I said, Jim seems to be easing into the game a bit now. Looking more composed. And looking like the favourite the bookies think he is.
More composed, his name's Jim
140.
Williams, not Vaughan Williams, you know. Wrote some beautiful music, Vaughan Williams. Certainly did. Anyway, Jim Williams is making music with this dartboard right now of his own.
It's such an easy game when you're getting that treble 20 first dart. Just invites the other darts into the segment.
$60.
The pace of this game
40.
is very, very conservative. Unlike others we've seen, like that youth final, Tony, which you and I sat through. Well, that's his second of the night. And I would suggest he needed it. It could give him a great chance of getting a break here. The break back.
105. Mario requires 121.
Getting a nice use of that 25. Leaves in the Shanghai. We're going for the European route again, the 25 first. Made a bit of a mess of this.
Yes, he came good with that, didn't he, in his previous game on one
65.
occasion, I remember. I've never personally
Jim
liked that way. I've always felt
120.
that was not the most profitable way to go for 1-2-1, but if you get it, well, you can't argue with it. But yeah,
44.
if those two young lads
Mario
who gave us such a
requires
wonderful
56.
final a couple of hours ago had been playing, we'd have been on the 3rd or 4th set by now. Brilliant to watch. The future is bright. Oh yes,
Game
just
shot
about
and a third leg.
got it in the
Mario
corner.
Vandenbogaerde.
And Well, Belgium's most famous darts fan celebrates as any dart fan is entitled to.
Fourth leg,
calm down a bit, Jack.
First.
Still early in the match, plenty to happen yet. Mario got to start this leg. Just try and make it 2-2. If he fails, it'll be a 2-0 lead for Jim.
44.
Yes, even so early in a contest where it's first to 6. You can get a 2-set advantage. Always got that daylight between you and your opponent.
100.
License to miss on the odd occasion, perhaps. Or something to hang on to and make sure you continue hitting. The snatch. The arm coming across the body and there again. And I spoke to him about it earlier and he said there's nothing I can do about it. I said yesterday most of the darts you snatched were going in. Tonight they're not yet.
Not yet.
93.
Just get the feeling I think Jim would like a slightly faster game, not a lot. Just looks like he's not in his normal rhythm.
93.
Yes, the other players he's played were complimentary to him in that sense. And but he's enjoying himself here now. He's played very, very well since that first set victory. And there on cue, his third 180. And given that he wants this leg against the throw as well to win the set, that 180, it's always better to come in a leg against the throw, I would suggest,
44.
Tony, than with the throw.
Jim requires 128.
180s. Like a big hole in the leg if you need the break. Normal shot would be 18s, but he's gone the easier route.
88.
Yes, he went for treble 12 for double 16 there because his opponent's back on 220. This is where he could do with a 180 to level up the set score, if you like. Well, turn the board round a few degrees and that would be 120. We're in Greenwich, so you've got to go down the main line, haven't you? Down that 20 line.
40.
And tops for the second set.
Well, Jim Williams.
Another break of throw. 3 in that set on the trot. And Jim Williams goes 2-0 up.
They almost feel like freebies, these sets.
Mario to throw first.
Not really got out of first gear, these players at the moment. I'm sure they will as the game goes on.
It's too early yet to start talking about an all-Welsh final, the first ever. But I did a little bit of looking, a little bit of research
81.
earlier, and I thought that Leighton Rees, 1978 and 1979, reached the final. Won it in 78, lost it in 79. And I wondered how Alan
60.
Evans had gone on. I knew that he'd done well, but in the 78 year, the first year, Leighton actually knocked him out in the quarter-finals. And the following year, he knocked him out in the semi-finals. So
135.
we could never have had an all-Welsh final, even in those early years. And there hasn't been one since.
So the 2 Welsh players could be in the final.
45.
Could be joined by a Welsh referee as well.
Yes.
Look at a clean sweep.
We can all go home, just leave them to it. Great for the game.
59.
Course, big difference between the valleys and where Jim comes from, up in the mid-Wales area.
100.
And of course you've got the great players from the north, haven't you? Mark Webster, the world champion from the north, won this event in 2008.
136.
Excellent visit to leave 90.
Mario requires 90.
Well, he went for treble 18. With Williams being back on 196, I'm not going to criticise that. It's a perfectly legitimate way. But if you go in single 4 and then single 1, you've got to open the door for your opponent. Well, that's a good last dart, and it makes him firm favourite still to win the leg.
Jim's back on 196. That's a bit of a blocker, that. Struggled to get round it.
59.
Had to go downstairs eventually. Just 59. Leaves him 137. Shouldn't get a shot at that, to be honest.
Game shot in the first leg. Mario Vandenbogaerde.
And
second leg, Jim to throw first. Game on.
The first leg of the set with throw. The first set, of course,
100.
went with throw right until the very last leg, and then Jim Williams won it to win the set. This one has started in the same way.
100.
Oh, lovely darts, great grouping. Good 140. Well earned, well deserved. In the groove now, Williams.
This game's a million miles away from that youth final in terms of pace. Oh, sorry for the cameraman, he was chasing the boys around the board. It was a nightmare for him.
Yeah, he prefers this leisurely, petty pace. They're all, the last thing they're thinking about is tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, because that's when the final is, of course. But
60.
This petty pace has to continue for the time being to determine who is going to be there tomorrow to beat Wayne Warren.
Gives him 84.
97.
Lovely pick off to leave double 12. Nice darts.
12. Nice 13 darts if he takes it.
Yep, took the words out of my mouth. Tony, ton, 140, 140, 97.
.41. Jim requires 24. Game shot in the second leg.
Darts.
Jim Williams.
Excellent stuff from Williams.
Third leg,
levels up at one leg all.
Game on.
.12 legs played now, and Williams has won 7 of them. Vandenbogaerde has won
140.
the other 5. Well on course with a 140 start, possibly to win this one.
Yeah, if it was match play, it'd be a really close game.
Yes, and that we mention quite often, don't we? Could be such a difference. Oh, in set play, of course, it's possible to win fewer legs, but win the match. Perfectly possible.
121.
Deflection there for Mario. His own name there, Jim. That Lazy dart into the one. Told himself off.
Well, he's got a 140 to go for after just 9 arrows. Been a good leg this for Mario, but Jim's in touch if he can put in another one of those. Scores level at 140 apiece.
Mario
Brilliant to
requires
watch.
140.
You've probably got another 12 darts in that segment there. Took no room at all up with them 3 darts. And he's put a little bit of pressure on Mario here.
75.
To leave
Jim requires
65.
140.
And so 140 to break the throw. If you can hit a 180, you can hit a 140. Oh, he'll just throw high 20. Good
Mario
visit.
requires 65.
Another nice leg from Jim, 40 after 12. But Mario wants 65.
Well, everybody thought he was going for the ball. He now wants 50. Now he wants double 16. He was going for the treble 15 for double 10.
Jim requires
to break
40.
the throw, and a second successive 13 darter should he get this.
He'll be happy with 14. And he'll be ecstatic with 15.
30.
And he may have to settle for 16 or
Mario
none at all,
requires
because
32.
Mario now is going to go for double 16.
Game shot in the third
Good
leg.
dart, no
Mario
problem.
Vandenbogaerde. Fourth leg, Jim
Williams
to throw
will
first.
regret that. That
Game
was
on.
a genuine chance to get ahead in that set 2. I know it's set 3, but set 2. T-double-O. They're having a right set 2.
96.
T-O. And Williams is winning 0-2. T-W-O. There's all your 2s in one there, Tony.
$140.
Start for Mario this leg. He's 2-1 up.
$60.
He's 2-1 up with 2-0 down.
No, head shake. He knows that one was not right.
41.
Snatching, if it becomes more prevalent, will be evidence to me of the fact that he's just feeling it a bit. Just the pressure beginning to
100.
make its presence felt.
Jim's pinched the lead in this leg.
100.
He's still slight favourite to win the leg there.
Yes, that last dart at treble 20 was unconvincing. It went way up in big 20 and he wasn't going for the big 20. He's forced to go for the treble, score as many as he can. I don't want to comment on it every time
80.
he does it, but that facial expression afterwards tells you that he's so aware of it. It's a little bit, not as serious, but it's a little bit like the dartitis, that once it's there, it's going to stay until you can rectify
80.
the matter completely. And exercise
Mario requires
it
140.
completely, once and for all. 140 then.
There's the first treble. Needs a bed mate. There's the bed mate. 120 scored, 20 left.
Game shot
And
in
20
the third
got.
set.
Great finish from Mario there.
Vandenbogaerde. Fourth set, first
Has
leg.
this
Jim to throw
advantage.
first. Game on.
2-1. And the other thing is, he's a break-up, Tony, because Jim Williams, Vandenbogaerde actually kicked off first in the opening set. So Jim Williams is a happy break-up. Big difference between being 2-1 up on your throw when you've thrown first and 2-1 up when the other fella's thrown first.
57.
Massive difference.
So technically he holds his throws from now on and he wins the match.
Indeed. If only it was so simple.
139.
Yeah, a bit of an awkward lie there with that second dart. Chose to go downstairs.
$44.
To level it off at 400. 8 bulls and he wins the leg. Again, easy as that. If only.
$100.
Landed on a bogey there, but he's so far ahead he probably thought, blow it, I'll just stay where I am.
Exactly, John. If you've got a bit of a lead, 162, as you said,
60.
it's a bogey number, but a nice ton leaves him a nice finish, and still got a big lead anyway. Lovely first dart from Jim. Lovely second dart from Jim. Losing 42, single 10 probably.
130.
Well tidied up, Jim boy. Not for the first time. Sat on a double for a nice 13 darter.
Yes. Ton 139,
60.
ton 130.
Jim requires 32.
Improving his average a bit, isn't it? Now if he can take this out first dart.
Game shot in the first leg.
32
Jim
is a
Williams.
96 average,
Second
isn't
leg,
it?
Mario
3 darts in the
first.
32.
Game on.
Maintains you. It's when you start missing those doubles that your mean score goes down. But what a good leg to kick off with.
57.
Slack visit from Mario.
Second time on the trot. Yeah, he started with 57 in the last because he got the 44, didn't he? Afterwards.
It's a jump over all this, Jim.
100.
Would have hoped for a bit more there. John, the door's left open for him a little bit. And now Mario's closing that door.
Ooh, that one was a Jockey Wilson dart. Oh, that one was as well. He was pretty adept at getting those brilliant darts from the Belgian. That's his third maximum.
96.
19th of the tournament. Next one. Will be a milestone for him. What a world championship he's having.
140.
Mario's down on 124.
60.
That's after a 57 first throw.
124.
Again, this is one of them where he doesn't really need to use the bull, but poor first dart, poor second dart.
28.
Only 28, even so. If you're going to get a poor score, then perhaps that's the time to do it. And you, it's on 40, could make things interesting.
60.
So Vandenbogaerde is on his way, methinks anyway, to levelling up in this set. Double 18 will do it. Double 9 right across the other side of the board.
87.
And he definitely dragged that one down, but it may not matter, Tony.
Yeah, last 2 visits, Jim's only scored 60. Leaves him on 185. There's 120, 65 left. And that outer ball polishes it off nicely.
Mario requires
Put
9.
a lot of pressure on this 9 now. It's an important dart, this first one.
looking at that one. Double 4.
Game shown
no
in the second
problem.
leg.
You won't get a better double 4 than that. Right in the
leg,
middle.
Jim to throw
No
first.
problem.
Game on.
Guess who's on his feet?
Jackie impressed with that.
$98.
He's a mean player himself, Jackie, you know. I don't know if
I
you've
believe so,
if you've
yes.
ever seen him play, John.
I've never seen him play, no, but I've been told that he is quite a handy player, or has been, certainly in the past.
100.
He plays on the disability tours. The next big one they've got is in Holland in a couple of weeks. Runs alongside the Dutch Open, which is probably, especially in the BDO system anyways,
100.
it is the biggest open tournament we've got. There's some 4,000 people involved in that event.
Traditionally it has been. Yes. One they like to win.
140.
It's that big an event, you have to spread it out over sort of 4 days. It's an amazing event.
303, so he's coming downstairs, thinking ahead.
The treble 19 would have left him
95.
170.
Yeah, 719s are 133, so when they're on 303, invariably you'll see them going down there. He'll stay up there and try and hit his 20th 180 of the tournament. Well done. That's his 4th tonight.
He scored from Jim.
83.
Just a ton there, wouldn't have been too bad, but
81.
drifted into the one and scored 3. 125.
Looking for a 12 darter then now. That's 66 left. He can go 16 bull. Bull beckons.
56.
Oh, unlucky. And they may use the bull for
Jim
this, Tony. I don't know, there's several ways. The
125.
old-fashioned way is the treble 18. 18 leaves 107, but more players now tend to go this way. And this leaves tops.
Game shown in the third
What
leg.
a
Jim
shot.
Williams.
His first 3-figure checkout
Fourth
tonight.
leg, Mario to throw
And
first.
what a time to
Game
get
on.
it. Brilliant stuff from Williams. Stole the leg there. The one, only to hold throw in the end to defend his throw. But brilliant stuff.
121.
As a good old friend of mine, Dave Lanning, would have said, grand larceny. You got to pick a pocket or two. That's another way of looking at it. That's what he did.
59.
Yeah, it's a great finish, that 125. As you said, John, the modern way now, you go for the bull, aiming for the 25. Like I say, to go that way that Jim just went, but if you hit the bull, you stay there and aim for another 25 and then finish with a third dart at the bull. Real showbiz, real exhibition shot.
Yes, I've seen players do it. I remember the great Dennis Priestley in the World Match Play doing it. Fantastic. These players, they
100.
they take it on. Oh yes. Oh yes. That's his 5th tonight. That's his 3rd in as many legs. He's in a rich vein of form at the moment, because in the last 4 legs he's had a 140 finish.
99.
Then we had the 13 darter from Jim Williams, and since then we've had a 180 in each leg from the Belgian.
59.
From Flanders Fields, where the poppies grow. That's Vandenbogaerde's neck of the woods, West Flanders. The famous battlefields of Ypres.
90.
Said the other day, my granddad fought
Mario
there. They called
requires
it
100.
wipers. Anyway, 100 now for the man from Ypres. And double top. Double 10 to level up the set.
90.
Well, a 125 he's
Jim
just got.
requires
Can he get a 153
153?
and have even grander larceny?
He did that treble first though. Once he scored, he'll come down, try and get the odd one.
59. Mario requires 10. Game shot in the fourth leg. Mario Vandenbogaerde.
Well, this is identical
Fifth
to the
leg, Jim
first
to
set.
throw first.
Every leg has gone
Game
with throw.
on.
The difference is in the first set, Vandenbogaerde had the throw. This set, Jim Williams doesn't have to break the throw to win it.
100.
Just has to hold his throw to go 3 sets to 1 up. The most important leg of the match so far, Tony, I think you'd agree.
Yeah, without a doubt, nice start though, that ton. I've said it a few times, a nice 15 darter here, it'll probably win in the leg.
60.
And also the set.
Yes, I like that. I was at both occasions.
60.
Perfectly planted. Perfectly planted. Imperfectly
125.
planted, but he'll be happy with that. Well, he'd have to be. Not going to give him any more. No such thing as sympathy in this game. Oh, great last start to line up against the first one. In the leg where you have the throw, and it's for the set. To open up a 2-set lead again, and your opponent is struggling.
82.
Well, was struggling. It's a perfect scenario this for Williams, isn't it?
He wasn't actually watching Mario throw then, but should have done. He'd have enjoyed that single 5. He's making the most of it.
105.
Similarly, he did that once before in the game, and you remarked on it. That 25 set up the 96, and he took it out, didn't he?
Yeah, it's psychological. Get your score that you need under that 100 mark. Psychological.
It's a good habit to get into. Well, this has
Jim
been a
requires
disappointing leg,
96.
hasn't it, for Mario? So 96, and he knows he's got 6 darts at least to polish it off. Up into treble 20, and he'll come back for double 8. No, he's quite happy just to lay off.
56.
He knows the leg situation. That's pragmatism, that.
Yeah, good board management. Just needs to finish it off now. He's done the hard work. He knows he's coming up. He's going to have 3 darts at tops to win the set.
140.
Realising he can't afford to miss,
40.
but at the moment he'll be focused entirely on double top for the set, for 3 sets to 1, down about half an inch. Down about half an inch.
No score.
Down about half an inch. Well, never
Mario
really quite
requires
attacked
51.
it. And that last 140 from Vandenbogaerde makes it that much harder for Williams, because 51 is gettable. Now tops. Double 10. What a vital dart. What
Game
a
shot
vital
on the fourth
dart.
set.
Williams
Mario
missed a chance to go
Vandenbogaerde.
3 sets to 1 up. Vandenbogaerde has come back to level up at 2
Fifth set,
sets
first
all.
leg. Mario to throw first.
And now he's
Game
throwing
on.
first. Won that set against the throw. and it's been very rare that either player has missed starts at a double to let the other one in. That was the most potent that we've had in this game so far, Tony.
Yeah, Jim will be kicking himself there though. 3 darts in hand. They've been practicing for the last few months. Probably murdered that double top in practice, but needed it then, just couldn't get it. Cost him the set. It's a bit early to be saying it's going to make a massive difference, but a 3-1 lead instead of 2-2 is huge.
Of course, 3-1 when it's first to 5. You're over halfway there.
81.
And it's the effect of having now to cast that out of his mind. How mature is he in terms of being able to?
140.
Well, perhaps that's your answer. Perhaps I need say no more.
But I'm positive the pace of the game's definitely affecting Jim.
Well, it's 2 sets all, and they've both won 9 legs. Couldn't get really more even, could you? Williams taking the first set 3-2, the second set 3-1. Vandenbogaerde taking the third set 3-1, and that last set 3-2.
100.
Chance of a breaker throw here now
Jim
for Williams. He's done well.
136.
134, 140, and 91 has set this up nicely. Another one of those for double 8. He'll be happy with that though.
96.
To leave 40 after just 12 darts. He's done that a few times in this match, hasn't he?
And the way darts goes, he'll probably polish this off in 1 dart, make it look easy.
Yes, I'm thinking, why couldn't I do that 2 minutes ago
40.
and that'd be 3-1 up. So you got it right, Tony. You've been there before. You've done it. It's happened to you.
Second leg, Jim to throw first.
He'd be delighted with that, Jim
Game
Williams,
on.
of course, absolutely delighted. But I bet on his way back he thought, if only.
95.
It's a lovely leg of darts. Gives him a 1-0 lead, and it was a break as well. So good start to the set for Jim.
$100.
Here in force tonight. Busy crowd. Buzzing. Enjoying the darts as well. There you have. Generous applause. Discernibly snatched
60.
that one, Tony. Oh, did he just?
We've had some cracking matches throughout the week. I really love the fast-paced games where both players go for it, and
97.
just at this precise moment, it's one of them games where you wish there was a fast-forward button.
Well, as I said earlier, neither of them are quick throwers. But it's each to his own. That's his 6th 180 of the night. And his 4th in the last 5 legs.
$97.
Last 6 legs, to be honest.
161.
Makes no difference. Still chasing it though, the leg. Williams has done well. Only hit 1 ton, but 140, but he's had a 95 and 2 97s.
41.
Treble 19 coming to
Jim requires
his
72.
hand, so to his help, so 72. He did this last night. he's quite happy to go that way and go for double 16.
56.
He did that last night in his
Mario
other game.
requires
You remember?
120.
And he made a mess of the double six, didn't he?
Shanghai for Mario. There's the single 20. Leaves him a ton. Triple 20 would leave him tops. Not going to do it though. So Jim will be back for that double 8.
100. Jim requires 16.
So 16 for a 16 darter and a 2-leg advantage. Fraction in, saying half an inch when he wanted that double 20, and it never materialised. But this time it did, with the help of a very slight
Third leg,
ricochet off one of those darts.
Game on.
Now throwing. Well, Vandenbogaerde to save the set. See, 88.5 the Belgian, 93 and a bit the Welshman.
60.
Jim's average creeping up slowly but surely.
$100.
Lovely shot that double 8 there.
$45.
Oh, great recovery
83.
shot that from planting it in the treble 18.
$140.
Could be throwing in a room on his own, Vandenbogaerde. I think he's totally focused now on the job in hand.
140.
Come on, says Jim. He's actually listened to himself that time. Lovely 140.
$140.
Well, got to say the same to him. Great 140 that. Put him on a 3-dart finish. Again, that
94.
treble 18 comes to his aid.
Mario requires
Did
116.
in the previous, or earlier in the leg.
It's a bit of a blocker, that. That's exactly it. Caught the first dart.
60.
Can't do it now. So Jim's going to be coming back here for
Jim
84
requires 84.
to win the 5th set. He's going to have 2 clear darts at 24 now. Double 12. It's a great marker. And for the set,
Game shot on
a great finish there from
Jim
James.
Williams.
Excellent set that from Williams. The reason I say that, Tony, he missed those darts at a double to win the previous set. And the question was, would he come to this set with that still on his mind? I think he blocked it out brilliantly. He won the set 3-0 and can move on from here.
Yeah, he put that to bed. He sorted it now. Fresh set.
121.
A great recovery there with that 3rd dart. Puts him halfway to his target. It's to 6 sets now in the semi-finals.
135. $134.
Oh, picking up the treble 19 as if they were green peas in a pod.
$28.
Have you ever picked peas from a pod? Beautiful. When I was a Shropshire boy, Out in the fields we used to go what we call scrumping the farmer's peas, and then we'd sit in a corner somewhere and eat
100.
Beautiful when they were fresh and new. Brilliant. There are 180s and there are 180s. That was superb.
146.
He scored, 66 left. He's used the bull or the treble 10 here, went for the bull.
105. Mario requires 158.
Mike scored in 105, Jim. He scored it twice before to leave 96 from 201. He's got it there to leave 41. And he's going to come and try and pick it off.
24.
Not quite like picking
Jim
bees,
requires
but
41.
double 16. Double 8. In
Game
the
shot
red
of the
pepper.
first leg.
There we are.
Jim Williams.
Easy
Second
peasy.
leg, Mario to throw
And,
first. Game on.
Ahead now in this sixth set. Far too soon yet to start predicting which way this will go.
100.
But it's the stage of the game where it's rather better to be ahead than be behind. I'm sure you'd agree with me, Tony, on that.
That's at the end of the match that phrase comes into it.
100.
This could be his 8th. No, it would have been. He was at 7 maximums tonight, equaling his best when he played David Evans yesterday.
140.
Well, he was slow to pick up this game in many ways, but and it's always been played at that very leisurely pace, but both players have picked up the ante very nicely indeed. And that treble 20 is now taking a little bit of a hammering.
135.
Yeah, it's looking a little worse for wear, that treble segment.
$60. Mario requires 126.
They stick to the treble 20 route first here because Williams is back on 201. 106 left. 86 now. Switch across to treble 18 here.
58.
Jim's way back, 201.
This is where he hits 105, Tony. Every time he's been on 201, he's found a way to get down to 96. He's going to do better than that this time.
He's done exactly the same.
I was going to say I'll get 130 by hitting the bull. Deja vu, twice deja vu.
48 left, that's 16 for the double 16.
36.
Well, that 105 for the third
Jim
or fourth times, give him another
96.
shot. 96 required. You can still do it, treble 19. That's the end of that.
64.
Squared it up, but Mario's got 3 in
Mario
hand here.
requires 32.
32.
He's got all those little pinpoints, all those punches to aim at.
Third leg, Jim,
and he creates another one.
Game on.
1-1 then in this sixth set. That's the first time Williams has actually failed on 96. First time he got treble 20, double 18. He hasn't had a 180 for a while. It's his 5th.
He's not dwelling on them on the starts.
Absolutely, Tony. That's the impressive thing about Williams tonight. Where he has let his opponent in, he's
58.
Set his stall out in the next. There we are, 13-10 now in doubles. 13-10 in legs, of course.
Yeah, he's just dealt with it and moved
40.
on. Not worrying about what could have been, concentrating on what could be. And what could be a world final.
Well, he was throwing the discus on that one. I thought he was coming in my direction the way his arm felt. I'm waiting for it to come out of the screen.
Yeah. You've got your 3D glasses on, John.
Well, not quite.
60.
Four legs in a row now. Williams has won. No, I tell a lie. He had one. That last one, which I have to log in on my page.
100. $59.
I'm not sure that was the greatest shot he ever did. He's landed on a bogey again. When he did it before, his opponent was on 400. He's done it this time, and he may well pay the penalty.
$99.
Well, they're both on a bogey. Well, he wasn't going for the 19 in his case. He just happened to hit it. 82 left. Will he go bull or will he go? Yeah, he went for the bull.
97.
Leaves him 65. Oh, well, it's amazing how often you go for that 25 and hit the bull when you want 65.
Yes, and when Vandenbogaerde wanted 65, he went
97.
the treble 15 route.
Jimmy requires
Remember, he hit the
65.
15, but Williams may have other thoughts about the way to go on 65.
He's gone the standard route, which leaves him tops. Double 10.
Bobby George
55.
once told me 65 he likes treble 19.
Mario requires
19
66.
leaves the 46, which is 10 and 6 together, and the now then double 18.
Game show
Yeah,
in
he's
the
got
third
it.
leg. Mario
And if you get the treble 19, you want double 4. So there's another
Fourth
alternative,
leg,
or
Mario
another
to throw
option.
first.
Anyway,
Game on.
Vandenbogaerde is now 2-1 up in this sixth set, striving to level it up.
$140.
This set, John, will be roughly halfway through the match. Still really waiting for it to wake up.
Well, actually, I think it's quite a good match, but the reason why you say that, I suspect, Tony, is because of the pace of the game.
57.
Excuse me, frog in my throat. Yes, the pace of the game. You could have a game
140.
played at this pace where they, for argument's sake, they both average 100. And it doesn't seem as good a game where they're much pacier, much more rhythmical, much more playing off each other, where they average 90, and it seems a better game.
100.
And enjoying his evening after that fantastic game earlier.
Yes. Why not? Why not?
Everybody does it differently.
81.
Some players will have finished that game, headed back to the hotel, bite to eat, rest the night. Wayne enjoying himself. The Welsh boys do know how to celebrate.
140.
Great
Jim
140, just at the right
140.
time for him. Williams now is obliged to take out 140. He did it earlier in the game. Oh no, it was his opponent who did it earlier in the game. Williams took out a splendid 125, but he knows that Vandenbogaerde is going to come back for 64 for sure, and we could soon be at 3 sets apiece.
Long pause there from Jim. He wasn't happy with that first start. It's hanging out at the board just.
60. Mario requires 64.
So for the set, Mario requires 64. 3 in hand. 16 probably. Now another single 16. We're leaving the double. Nicely placed in the beds there. So for the set, 60.
Game shot and a 6 set.
That's the 6 set.
Vandenbogaerde.
3-2 up.
First leg.
With ease.
Mario to throw first.
With comfort.
Game on.
And now forced back to 3-3. So effectively the best of 5 sets now. Super Mario against the Quiff, the reigning BDO World Darts Trophy champion. Beat Richard Wiestra in that in the final. Oh, is this going to be his next 180? Yes! He puts 2. It's not the first time he's put 2 there and planted 1 between them. His 8th 180 of the night.
$95.
He opened the game with a 180. May have been the second visit. Did a 13 darter.
60.
But it was Williams who won that first set by breaking throw in the deciding leg. And full credit, if one player can put 1 between 2 others, so can the other. 180 placards held high. Now that's a bogey, but that's a bogey that you don't mind. When you're 3-4-6 and you go to 1-6-6, you're perfectly happy. Nothing you can do about it. Even going to treble 19 leaves 169, which is a bogey anyway. That's what I mean. Just got to hit the big score
78.
and be happy that you've only got that many left.
Rescued from Jim there. Mario wants 116. Again, it's a bit of a blocker. Just under that treble. And again, it does block it. Leaves him 76.
60. Jim, you require 88.
Treble 20 for double 14. If he hits the single 20, he'll go across to 18s now. Now he wants double 7. Picked it off nicely. That was good stuff. And he went for treble 18, folks, because single 18 would have left the bull. Brilliant stuff from Williams.
When Jim's in his prime and playing well, he does have certain little spells in the game where he bursts a little patch together, 3-4 legs in rapid succession. Not done that yet in this match. It's when he's flying though, when he's really hitting his form.
As champions can suddenly put on a surge of inspired legs. And suddenly the scoreboard changes.
Neither player's really done that tonight.
No.
100.
Well, the pivotal moment, wasn't it, was the third set where Williams is actually 2-0 up. That third set could have gone either way.
100.
It went the way of Vandenbogaerde, and it's been pretty close ever since. Had it gone 3-0, who knows? Just that one leg
45.
made the difference.
There's a chance he could have gone 3-1 up as well.
Yes, that's right, he could have. Absolutely.
No chances came and went though, as it stands, but 3 sets. Oh,
140.
Looking for the break back, the Belgian.
that break back, 3 nice scores there. A couple of 140s and a ton leaves him 121.
Mario requires 121.
With Williams being on 156, he'll have that. There he is. He's going for the 25 again. 96 left. That's the problem when you've got no options.
105. Jim requires 156.
Even if you get the bull, you want 71. You've got to get a treble. I don't see the logic in it, but I know Roland Shelton used to go that way, and Barney in it for a time did.
45.
As I said, John, it's more of a European thing. Most British players wouldn't go that way.
No, you're right.
8 would have been for a 13 darter. To break straight back, he gets that 8.
Mario Vandenbogaerde.
Moves us to 1 each.
Mario to throw first.
7th set.
Game on.
Well, you can't get more level, can you? 3-3, 1-1. And in legs, it's 13 to this man and 14 to the other. 27 legs played.
60.
Those 2 youngsters who played in the youth final that have been in the 15th set by now. Well, you know what I mean. Each to his own. You can only play the game that you know and how you feel happy and confident.
78.
The young gentleman would have been back at the hotel changing out on the Raspberry now.
Not all like you know.
Just to bring you up to date, Raz means going out on the town enjoying yourself, in case you weren't sure what I meant then. So it's got plenty of other words for the same thing.
I like the lie of the first dart. I quite like the way that the third dart's going. Another 180. He's second in the set. He's 7th on the night. The 15th between them. Been some good quality darts. Both averaging, well, Williams averaging into the 90s, 93. I should think close to 94
42.
now. Then Bogaerde around about the 90 mark. A classic, but it's not bad. I think what accentuates the hard-working sort of
100.
qualities that we're seeing is the fact that they both throw quite slowly, especially this guy. The pace of the game does not
59.
lend itself to the greatest of
Jim requires
entertainment.
142.
I don't think it's unreasonable to say.
Like you say, the quality's there. It's just there's 40 of them.
60.
Gives him 82.
Yes, another leg that should go against the throw so far. The last 2 have in this set.
85.
Still leaves him way back on 195, so
requires 82.
he's got a few for this. Probably the bullseye.
Oh yes, double 16. Oh yes, I'll have a bit of that, Tony. Slow or no slow, that's great darts. Love it, and so do they.
Fourth leg, Jim to throw first. Game on.
They used to think you're showing off if you went that way, 82 double 16. It was always traditionally treble 14 tops, but it's been for some time now. It came in the late 70s, early 80s, the idea that you use the bull on 82, 25-17 tops. And
60.
Now if you've only got 2 darts in your hand and you want 82, I always think treble 14 then. It's with 3, isn't it? You go that way.
Yeah, the standard of plays these days, most players would either hit the bull or the 25, so it gives them the options.
140.
Nice visit from Jim.
Well, Christmas may well be behind us. The New Year's getting slightly older, but it's party time here in Greenwich.
I thought that was brilliant early on, John. I don't know if the viewers at home got to catch any of it. The conga.
The conga, yes.
So
we saw it at the start of the show, yeah.
So a while since I've seen a conga that big.
'96.
Oh, great last shot. Great last shot. He's looking to go in front again. Vandenbogaerde has not been in front since the third leg of the very first set. He led by 2 legs to 1. Since then he has had to come from behind, even just a level. Could prove crucial that. But again, and then Vandenbogaerde done 40 or a ton. Well, done 40 now is the best he can get, and he's got the advantage. But it doesn't look like he's going to get one because that one was pulled low.
57. Jim requires 167.
He requires 167. If he gets 167, it's another set in the bag. There's the first bit done. Treble 19 was leaving the bull, and he wants the bull.
142.
$25 when he comes back then. Of course, not everybody would have gone for the bull there, and
Jim requires 25.
Knowing that his opponent's way back.
Sometimes, John, you just fancy it, go for it anyway.
Yeah.
It worked out. He's got 2 darts for the set here. Only needs 1 of them.
Jim Williams.
4-3 in sets to Jim Williams.
Well, it's a ding-dong encounter, or rather, it's probably a dong-dong encounter, because Jim Williams, once he got ahead, has never been behind. And every time Vandenbogaerde threatens to come back at him, gets level, but can't get ahead.
99.
Surely Williams having the darts in this leg, in this set, in this leg of course. The last time he was in this situation, he failed to win the set, and while some credit has to go to his opponent,
60.
He did have a golden opportunity. Let it slip.
100. 100.
The longer the game goes on, the more you will see that, I guarantee. I remember from the World Masters back in October, in his semi-final with Scott Waits, he was repeatedly doing that, and it cost him, frankly. Not saying he'd have won the game, but he would have been a lot closer than the 5 sets to 1 by which Waits won it.
140.
Hasn't changed much since the last time we saw it. 93.4 and 88.6.
140.
Just enough to keep Williams ahead. I don't guarantee that you stay in front if your average is higher, but on this occasion, I think that's a true reflection of the way things are. Pretty good percentages there for both of them, to be honest. Neither of them's truly struggled on a double, have they?
Jim requires 102.
As far as I can recall.
So one will take for Jim. 21st, he's at the 20. Went for the ball. He'll get 17 now, 62. Just to tidy it up. I was in two minds for a second then. With Mario back on 178.
And what a chance now for Williams
40.
to hold throw. Here we go. That's a lovely marker. Surprised he's taken so long to follow it. But it makes no difference. He does it his way. And it's 1-0 in the
second leg. Mario to throw first.
First to 6, as you can see. Getting down to nitty-gritty time soon. Crunch time. Been nitty-gritty virtually all the way through, hasn't it, Tony, to be honest?
60.
Just to remind you to come, we've got the ladies' final following this, and what a cracking game that's going to be between the top 2 lady players in the world. The reigning champ, Guru Suzuki, against
100.
the 4 times former champ Lisa Ashton. That will be coming after this, and you won't want to miss it, folks. Gonna be good.
And both ladies will be looking to up the game a bit.
100.
Played well, but to win a world title you need to play your A game every single time. You can get away with it and have a bit of luck in earlier rounds, but the whole world watching, you need to be at your best.
60.
Two, 4, 6 plays 3, 4, 1. And Williams here. Due a big score. He's hit a ton and a 60. He's due a big score.
And right on cue. The next starts a treble 20.
Unlucky. Thought he might get a 140 there, but almost even Stevens.
Saw it a few times in his previous game, that little pull to the right. A bit more today.
Landed on a finish, mind you. And I'm back where I was the previous visit from Williams. The chance to steal a march if he can get another one of those. He's on his 201 again, Tony. You can guarantee his next shot's going to be 105. Sorry, he's on 101, of course, he's not. Silly me. Losing concentration, the pace of this game.
One of them left him tops.
Chance to get 101 then, his second three-figure finish of the match. It's a long time now since that 125.
Treble 21st. He's really high in the bed, 81. He's hit the treble 19, it leaves him 12, double 12.
Game shot on a second.
What a finish, what a finish. And all credit, he didn't go for the treble 20, he flew high. Well, that's my version of events anyway.
And it worked out in his favour.
Because he was so confident of coming down for the treble 19 and then up again for double 12. What a chance for him now to really put daylight again. He has been 2 sets in front in the earliest part of the game. But we know this fella is a dogged individual.
60.
But the shake of the head suggests that he's not going to do too much barking again. And if Jim can sense that, Jim Williams, then maybe it's time to home in
100.
and find the winning straight, pass the winning post and make the final an all-Welsh affair. Yes, Wayne Warren is already there.
60.
He's starting to shake his head a bit now, Mario. Last couple of legs. Just not feeling it.
Well, he's going into unknown territory. He's in his first World Championship semi-final. I'll bet this is the first time in his life he's gone to an 8th set. Probably the first time he's gone as far as 7. And he is a man who relies entirely on total concentration.
60. Jim requires.
Yeah, it's been a long week.
61.
Maybe the mental fatigue's getting there. Finish now.
He's holding that second one in, that first one in. That's why he came down, I think. He's holding that first one in, that second one, and still in a good position though. 118. And he doesn't look like hitting a 3-figure score. 60, 60, 60 and 85. Going off the boil.
118 for Jim. First treble 20, a big 18 now for that double top for the set.
78.
Well, he has the luxury of knowing he'll be back. I thought that was in for a second. I think he might have done as well. Very good effort. This is hard work now for Vandenbogaerde. Really is. He's not the sort of player to just go through the motions, but that's the first treble 20 he's hit
40.
in a little while.
Double 10.
20.
Now, if he were to take this out,
Mario requires 136.
might affect Williams. And he is 2-0 up in this set. Still got a couple of chances to win the set, but the Belgian just ain't hitting it as he was.
100.
All right, a ton's a ton, but too little too late. Williams has had
Jim
now
requires 20.
6 starts to try and polish this game off. This leg off, and he's got it anyway, so 4 apiece it is. Sorry, 5-3 it is, and it just does just that. And away we go.
Game on.
John Fowler from Oxfordshire. I think he's Upper Hayford who lives near Bicester. Fine referee, actually does a lot on the exhibition circuits. Promotes a few
45.
events as well. For all them years of refereeing at county games, finally made the Worlds. Well done to you, John.
.45 start from Vandenbogaerde, and good retort there from Williams. It's what he's got to do. Signs before the break of the strain starting to tell on this man. He'll battle, no question about that. There's proof of it.
Come on, get me one of them t-shirts.
I don't think you'd go in that one, Tony. I'm not sure. Sorry,
the words on the front of it, Baldy.
I know, yes, I know.
95.
Well, is the Quiff going to win in a jiff, or is he going to stretch this out? Because
60.
he must realise that Vandenbogaerde is running out of gas. Didn't want to run out of gas himself.
Even though he's not playing to the best of his abilities, Jim, still averaging 93. It's not a bad average.
No, actually, 92, 93 average is more than just respectable.
After watching the way Wayne got to the final in great circumstances, played excellent in his semi-final. He'll be going into the final, will Wayne? Fancying it, played well. Jim would have wanted to put in a good performance tonight if he is to go through. Needed to carry some momentum with a good performance, but not really hit the high points we know he can hit.
99.
So 108 between them. Somehow Williams has got to get a ton 40 here, and it's on if he can just lie two under that. Yes, another one of those. Unlucky.
Yeah, well thrown darts there. He was unlucky. Oh, we only need 78 here. It's a single. That's unlucky. That 60 going. Has to move across. Double top.
38.
Move the wire. And
Jim requires 86.
should have at least a shot at bull. Treble 18, double 60. 18 again, treble 18 for double 7. He's done it before in this game.
61.
That was a good
Mario
effort
requires 40.
to hold his throw.
Got to come in an inch there. They don't use inches though where he comes from, do they? They're centimetres. I put him off then,
Jim
Tony,
requires
completely.
25.
Just never looked comfortable on that throw there.
No, he hasn't
None of them look
comfortable
like.
for some time, in my opinion. It's not the first time he's done this. He did it a few legs back. Absolutely like that. In the meat of the 9, in the meat of the double 8, and might be now throwing first. But we're right in the meat of this particular
Second
set.
leg, Jim to throw first.
And he'll be ready if he
Game
can
on.
win this set to meet his compatriot in the final tomorrow. But a little early to say with total authority that that's what will happen. It's only if
40.
the Quiff can finish it off. Thing is, Tony, since
60.
Vandenbogaerde won the 6th set to level up at 3-all, he has only won one leg. To the 7 of Williams. That's how drastic, really, or dramatic, I should say, the
60.
turnaround has been.
And I think you're right, John. I think maybe fatigue is playing a part in this game now. That 60 Mario through gave it a tired look. He looked tired.
That's a thrust of the arm that he seems on occasions to have no control over, and it's because
41.
he's trying now so hard. He's in that area now that Paul Hogan found himself in yesterday throughout most of his game.
140.
Struggling to find the right range like that. Doesn't entirely disappear.
Well done.
Excellent, just to keep him in touch. 265 against 261. But 261 going first.
Look, just even a ton here.
60.
What does 261 remind you of, Tony, living in Manchester from years ago?
Piccadilly Radio.
Long since gone. Long since gone.
Raise of the eyebrow there from Mario. A little look of he's resigned to the fact that this could be coming to the end, this match. That'll help.
91.
Well, he's squared it off. 110 when he goes, and he will.
Almost looked surprised he hit the treble there.
100.
Yes, he did, didn't he? He's on 105, and now Williams to go 2 up with darts. Great first dart. That's the second dart done with.
78.
Expected that to go in then. Has Mario got what it takes to take out 105?
Well, we know he's got what it takes. 25 leaves him 80. Maybe treble 20 or treble 16. Yeah.
89. Jim requires 32.
For a 2-0 lead in what could be the last set. It's a great marker.
He's double 8. He's been good at this tonight. Not
16.
Quite got it. It's when he's come down from the single 9 to the double 8 that he's tended to get it. Not up from the double 16. Now Mario Vandenbogaerde has a chance to pull back level in this set. He was basically gifted that one. That's the first leg he's won since the second leg of the 7th set. We're now in the 9th.
It's not over yet, he's saying. Great start to the leg from Mario.
Well, that's his 9th 180 of the night. You can see from yourself that there's been 7 from the Welshman.
140.
Almost 8 there. Good answer to that match from Mario.
We'll have to give it to 180. Tom's perfectly acceptable. Oh, that's a lovely dart. Just suddenly picked himself up. 140. What a leg this is. He's dug this one out from somewhere. I think it's been let off the last leg. The moment he got that double 8, It's inspired him.
180.
Well, now it's 9-8 to the Belgian in the 180 stakes. Not that it matters.
Both want 81 now. As Mario gets first shot at it. I'll leave him 66. 16 for the bullseye. For a 2-1 lead.
Game shot on the
Superb
third leg.
finish, Mario.
Mario Vandenbogaerde.
Well, he pulls out a 12 dart leg
Jim
there,
21st.
Tony, out
Game
of
on.
nowhere. And I hark back to the previous leg when Williams missed darts to win the leg, put himself within one of the match.
100.
Vandenbogaerde stepped in and produced that leg. Injected him with new life, new vigour, new self-belief.
100.
There's a man who's had self-belief for Mario all night. Never stopped cheering. There's Jackie, the super fan.
100.
It's a question now whether he's gone, whether he's played himself through that bad patch
91.
and that he's now going to surge again, or whether it was just temporary. Certainly can give you renewed hope. Hasn't strayed much from that, Williams, during this game. 92, 93 average. Vandenbogaerde's been around the 88 mark. 2015 in legs, 35 played now in the 8.5 sets. That's excellent stuff. 10th 180, his second in successive legs, and definitely recharged his batteries.
Yeah, them missed doubles from Jim. He probably
60.
before them missed doubles, I think Mario probably rolled the leg off.
130.
And as you say, he was only one away then if he'd have won that leg, but he's right back in it.
Well, somebody's attached some jump leads to his darts, because I'll tell you what, Tony, I know this may not be the best visit, but he's in a good
54.
position to win this leg, and with it the set. Who'd have said that a few minutes ago?
Jim needs a big shot here. A couple of trebles to set up a nice finish. Not going to get it now.
55. Mario requires 76.
.56 left. Tops left. Just have a feeling he's going to get it.
36.
Well, he should be back. This will be a
Jim
magnificent
requires
checkout.
146.
May well go the 19 route. May well go the 20 route.
He's gone the 1 route in the end.
If only you could just go 1, 4, 6.
26.
Well, the signs of
Mario
Williams now
requires
beginning
40.
to show fatigue. Mental fatigue, if
Game
not
shot
physical
on the ninth
fatigue.
set.
So
Mario
it's now 5
requires.
sets to 4 to Williams. He
10
probably
set
will
first
rue
leg,
the
Jim
fact
to throw
that he
first.
didn't finish it
Game
off in
on.
that set. I think had he won that third leg, instead of losing it, he would have gone on to win the match. But
134.
and then Vandenbogaerde will be back with a flourish. Given half a chance.
Nice 1, 3, 4. Start this leg for Jim. And he's backing it up.
86. 67.
It's been a long day for everyone. A lot of people in the crowd have been here since about 11 o'clock this morning.
60.
Yes, Jim Williams discernibly now, I wouldn't say struggling, but he's a good deal less happy than he was 10 or 15 minutes ago when it looked as though he was going to win this by 6 sets to 3.
58.
Well, the first leg of that last set, should have won the second, couldn't finish it off. And the rest, as they say, maybe now.
100.
Just a ton.
Just a ton that leaves him 120. Shanghai on the 20s.
94. Jim requires 120.
The red bit. Yes, now the bigger red bit. Well
Game
done.
shot in the first
Got it
leg.
back just
Jim
in the nick of
Williams.
time, really, Tony.
Second leg, Mario to throw first.
Lovely finish.
Game on.
Did a 1-2-5 earlier in the game. That 120 just as good, really. He had a vital 82 earlier. Bull double 16, polished it off nicely. He had a valuable 81 in the next set.
60.
Grimace on Jim's face there would have felt good after that 120 finish. Didn't carry it on the first throw.
45.
Got away with it though. That's where he needs to step in, Jim.
Yes, the man from Pristine has not been at his pristine best of late, apart from that 120 finish.
100.
That's a great last start though, lifting it over the top there. Excellent, excellent judgment.
That was a brave dart. Could easily have brought the other dart out there. Looked loose. Still went for it.
Nine.
Well, we like nine darters, but we don't like dart niners. He's saying. And all the signs there with his reaction afterwards was to those whom he loves that are in the crowd there. He does have family there. His wife is there for certain. Tells you that he's an unhappy man, despite the fact that he's still in the match.
140.
And then he produces that, Tony. He's got a lot of character, hasn't he? That's for sure.
Jim would have wanted to jump all over that 9 score. Only got the ton, and then Mario came back.
100.
It's a great last start though. Leaves him on a finish, which he will be back for.
Just pretend, excellent 140 to leave 67.
Jim,
just pretend.
141.
Jim Williams, that you've just hit 2 180s. Still not on the dart. I'm doing my best to help you, lad.
59.
59 leaves.
Mario requires
82.
67.
So treble 17 for double 8.
Treble 17 it is.
Game shot in the
Double
second
8 it
leg.
is.
Mario Vandenbogaerde.
Calm down,
Third leg,
Jackie
Jim
lad.
to throw first. Game on.
Well, the longer this game goes on, the more you'll see Jackie hopping around, and the more Williams will begin
100.
to think, am I really going to win this, having done the running from virtually the distance?
He pushes to a 2-set lead there at 5-3, and I really thought he was going to kick on from there.
Yes, he's led 2-0 and 5-3, and at 2-0 there's still a long way to go. The last thing you can think of at that stage is the winning of the match, but at 5-3, got to force the issue from there and really make it pay. Save all this added work, extra time, overtime.
45.
He's looking good in this leg is Williams. Ton 140. I'd have loved to have seen that in the treble. Coming down though.
96.
Good cover shooting. Calm down, Jackie. You'll do yourself a mischief, man.
Well, if he didn't have any other supporters in the room, the one he's got is worth a few.
100.
Still working away, very hard indeed. Here's Vandenbogaerde.
He scored 85 left.
95.
Is he happy with that though?
70. I'm not going to say anything if he wins this leg, Tony. I'm just going to let it happen, or not happen, if you see what I mean.
60.
Well, in you go, James.
Jim, you require 70.
18, I think. Is it the single which leaves 52? Is it the 20 which leaves 32? For a 2-1 lead.
Game shot in the third
Nice
leg.
finish, James.
Jim Williams.
So Mario's now going to have the throw in this leg.
Mario to throw first. Game on.
Save the match.
That was indeed, Tony, an excellent finish. That double 16, straight into it he went, and now he'll be hoping to break the throw and get it over and done with. But if not, at least hold his throw after that
85.
and get it over and done with.
It sounds easy. You just need one leg of darts, one leg of 501, and you're in the world final. Sounds easy.
Well, the fact that this game has been, and I've got to say it, quite so attritional, might have taken his mind off that fact and just helped him to concentrate on getting this game out of the way. Good cover for the 18s. Well, he finds that treble 20 from somewhere. His facial reaction, it's only a wry smile as he's thinking to himself. That was necessary. Just 28 in it.
$72.
Worth the waiting for the 51. to land him on 150. Now 140, Shanghai, and you're home and dry.
What you wouldn't give for a 180 here though. There's 80 of them.
137. Mario requires
All right, so you're not going to go for
150.
Shanghai. You'll be going for 1, 2, 3 if Vandenbogaerde fails here to hit 150. Hoping to make a hole in it. Oh yes, he does as well. Williams then for the match, 1, 2, 3. The guarantee is the first start will be for 19s, as indicated on your screen. But he's still on a finish, you see. Treble 18 on the bull. Unlucky, 86 left, he'll stay up there. 68 if he goes, and I say if he goes, because I have a feeling Tony O'Shea,
You have a feeling, John?
that this is gonna go, and all credit to him if he does. A fraction inside to save the match.
34.
Oh, well. There's his lady there. She can't believe he's
68.
missed that opportunity. And now Williams should at least have one match point. He's gonna get 2. Double 16, double 8. It's been wonderful to him in the main. Oh,
52.
right on the wire. What effect will that have on him
Mario
now?
requires
If
16.
Mario Vandenbogaerde takes out double 8 himself. Double 4.
Jackie couldn't look then.
Double 2.
14.
Double 1 when he goes, unless Williams can take out double 8. 3 darts in his hand
16.
for a place in his first ever World Championship final against fellow Welshman
James
Wayne Warren. That's the